Okay, this last video, at least I had scheduled and planned. Thank you for watching all the way through if you have, or even if you skipped to this one. Is going to be using a shadcn UI component library. And this one video is kind of more of a fun video, using a very popular library right now. In terms of like form knowledge, you might not get too much out of it, but maybe you will, because shadcn is very popular and they make some really good stuff. So the first thing we'll do is install shadcn. I kind of did that already, but I'll just pretend to do it again. So we're just going to go to npm and we're going to install here. What happened? Okay. And I don't know if it'll even do anything for me. Okay, so pick a style. I'm going to pick default, slate, CSS variables. Let's just say no. There. It's set up. And then we need to install a couple of their components. So let's stick with we're going to get the form component, obviously. And we're going to need the button component, but the form component will install the button component for you, at least as of recording this video. So we don't need the button component separately, but we will need would you like to overwrite? So I'm gonna press no. You're not gonna get this message because I already installed it. So no, I'm not gonna overwrite it. And then the input. Where's the input? There we go, input. And then same command, just install the input using whichever CLI you're using. Okay, so start the dev server again. And so I'm just gonna build this. I'm gonna build this checkout form, but I'm gonna build it from scratch this time. And I'm just gonna follow the documentation for shadcn's form. And let's actually add a theme real quick. So go to your themes in shadcn website. Go to customize. I'm just hit orange for fun. Copy the code right here. Go to your globals.css. And right below, go ahead and just paste it in. Oh wait, that's the CSS variables actually. I need to install shadcn one more time. I need those CSS variables. So default slate CSS variables. Right? There we go, yeah. So let's replace everything above layer base and underneath the tailwind directives at the top. Put our theme right here. Okay, that's set up. That's set up. Okay, boot up the dev server again. Let's bring it back. And we're gonna follow the documentation in shadcn for the form, which uses React hook form and dot underneath the hood. So it's very similar to the last video. At least in the example, you can swap out Zod and other stuff, and you can use the form inputs without React form. But we're gonna follow documentation. So form control. Okay, so let's just follow exactly what they say. So import Z from Zod, which we installed in the last video, and then we'll create a schema. So the schema we made in the last video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and copy that. So that's gonna be right here. Right here. So right here. Same schema. So checkout schema, card holder, card number, expiration date, CVV, and then this is all Zod stuff, not shadcn stuff. We're using string minimum 2. We're coursing its number. This is a validation, and then we can use z.infer type of the schema to grab a TypeScript type out, so we can double up on that. Okay, that's done. We can import. It wants us to import Zod resolver, which makes sense. Zod resolver, and it wants us to import use form from React hook form. Okay, and then let's go ahead and set up the use form, just like we did in the last video. So const form is equal to use form. We're not going to destructure this time because we want this form variable. Z.infer type. We don't need this. We made a type. The checkout schema. And then resolver is Zod resolver. And then we can have default values. So why not? We can do card holder is an empty string. Card number is an empty string. I don't want default values actually. Let's not do default values. We don't need this. Especially we're coercing the number. I don't want to stick a 0. I think can we do undefined? Let's see. Undefined. But then we might as well not have default values at all. Okay. No default values. No default values. It's fine. We're gonna need our own submit function. Submit is equal to values, which is type of t checkout schema. We can log the values. Boom. Okay. Now we can build the form. We don't need all this. Thank you. Okay. So we're gonna import the form and everything else. Everything else I'm gonna import through just VS Code's auto import. So we'll import the form component from add component / UI form. So shadcn will create a UI folder in your components folder, or it'll make one if you don't have one, and it'll put its components in here. So the button-based form. Now let's just peek into the button. It's just a bunch of Tailwind classes that have variants and sizes, and they're just all nicely styled and nicely customized for responsive design. And they take care of a lot of the good cases with, accessibility and stuff. And because you have all the code in front of you, you can just change this however you want. Maybe I don't want the small to be height 9. Maybe I want it to be height 8, for example. And that's just that easy, simple. And you can even add your own variants, which is really cool. So let's build the form. Build the form. Can I make this bigger anyway? No. Okay. So we want the form at the top here. I'm gonna comment out these classes first, like this. So I want to see what the form looks like without my styles. Okay. So we're gonna or I'll just get rid of it. Okay. And then here, that's the form. And what does the form want? It wants us to spread the form object. Okay. And then we have our form, our actual HTML form on submit, form.handle submit, and then submit. I'm calling it submit. Okay. And then class name space y8. I'll leave that out for now. Okay, so inside here we want a form field. Import that. Control is equal to form.control. Name is going to be equal to TypeScript will help me out here. Yep, card holder. And render is equal to a function where we can destructure the field and then return another JSX element, which is a form item. And inside the form item, we'll have a form label. We have to import these. Form label of card holder Okay, so actually, I'm looking at my notes now. I ended up realizing that we did not, or I did not do a checkout form. So I'm going to pause it right here, swap it out real quick. All right, and we're back, and I changed the checkout form to a sign-up form, or a contact form. So we have first name, last name, email, message, okay? Everything else is pretty the same. I changed everything from checkout to contact. Okay, so instead of card holder name, we'll have first name. So we have a form item. It's a very weird syntax. So it's like we have an element, but inside we're rendering a function. Form label, form control, which we have to import. And inside the form control, we'll have our input, which we have to import, and then placeholder. We don't need a placeholder, do we? Let's see, what did I do? Sure, placeholder, e.g. Naruto, and then field. I think I'm the Goku. Does Goku have a last name? I feel so bad not knowing the answer to that. Give me 1 second here. Okay, we're into Sun Goku. So Sun, and then I know it's not the actual last name, but whatever. And then we can do form message. I'm not gonna do the description. That's unnecessary. So the form message will hold our error, which will be validated by sawed and displayed by shadcn. So we're gonna need 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. The second one will be for last name. Last name. Son Goku. Okay. The third one will be for email. Email. Input type is equal to email. I don't know. E.g. sun.goku@email.com. And then, wait, we need to cut this one, put it at the bottom. Okay. And then I need a text area actually for the message. So let's do a text area. Forgot to install that. So we'll install text area. PNP dev. And let's bring in the text area, which is pretty much just replaces the text area, placeholder, placeholder, enter your message here. Cool. So it should be our message, right? All right. So that's our shadcn form. I think that's everything. Let's go back to the form component documentation. Installation, define the form, build a form. We can use a button here, which from shadcn also. Button. Type is submit. And then submit. Or how about send? Send, why not? And let's check it out. Oh, we have to refresh the page. Let's check it out. And that's our form. And just a couple of things I want to do real quick. I need to make this button class name. I don't need to, but I want to. Width full. Let's give our form some styles. Class name. Shadow white 10. 20. P4. Rounded. BG white 5. Shadow 5. And yeah, and then we can do a space Y. Why not? Space Y 4. Cool. This is our form. And we create a schema, create a type, create a resolver. Who cares about default? I don't want default values here. On submit. Let's submit the values. Let's press send. So yeah, so here we'll see that the shadcn will automatically put values here. So type in, I don't know, sun. Okay, we need to put the text here. So text black. Okay, we need to put text just on the inputs. That's an issue. So 2, 3, class name, text black. Okay, and then also the text area, I believe. Yeah, text is white right now. Last name, text black. Okay. refresh the page. Or I also want spell check, right? Spell check false. Cool. So let's try it again. Sun Goku. Oh, we have first name twice. This should be what? Email? No, this should be message. And this one should be email. Email. sun.goku@email.com. Submit. Required message. Let's try something more fine grained. It says between 2 and 25. So let's say H. Keep between 2 and 25. Again, I don't want the validate on submit. It's a revalidate mode on submit. Hello. Submit. Cool. And then we get our values because we passed our validation. And we can just, two more things I just want to show real quick. The classic reset, which can just be form.reset. So we have access to all the values methods from last time. We just have to use the form object to get them from, instead of destructuring. And then submit. And then it did not reset? Question mark. Oh, it did reset, but the values are still here for some reason. Is it because of the default values? Let's see if that's the issue. Actually, that's interesting. First name. We can just test it out with. These are all text inputs, so let's not put the message to test it out. Submit. Interesting. So the reset's not working here. Message. Let's refresh the page and try it one more time. John Doe jdoe@email.com. Hello world. Send. Okay, good. It resets. Okay, I guess I just need to refresh. Okay, and one more thing with shadcn. This is a shadcn specific thing. So if I type in like, let's just fill out three of these forms. So it's not a valid email, but here, valid email needed. So here, maybe you don't like red text. Maybe you don't like the label being changed. So you can go into the component because you have access to it. So go to your label component and class names. Where would it be? We want class name. Label variants, CVA, class name, form. Maybe it's in the form. Error state. Label right here. So we don't want this right here. We don't want this part. So maybe I can just do something like inline. There you go. So now the labels won't be there, and maybe you want to change the error color. Maybe you don't like it red like I don't. So go to your form, go to your message, and let's see here. Here, destructive. I don't want destructive, so can I do this? It's fine. It's just a video. Okay. So the text is destructive. Let's do text yellow 700. There you go. Maybe 600. Oh, it's orange. How about text primary? I think. Then we have shadcn. We have stuff like primary. Primary. There you go. Validation email needed. Cool. So yeah, that's shadcn in a nutshell. It's just pretty much Zod and React hook form, at least via the example. You can customize it using other resolvers and stuff. But yeah, it builds you a nice, beautiful form, very quick and easy. See, I didn't put any Tailwind classes here really, except for where I wanted to put text black. And actually, I probably would make this form even like this, actually. It's probably how I would like it. There we go. And then, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this whole series, React Hook Forms, React Forms, and Next.js Forms. It's about 21 videos, 21 different ways to make forms in React. I hope you learned something. I hope I enjoyed creating the series. I kind of dragged towards the end. I apologize for that. Thank you for listening. Follow me, add me on LinkedIn if you want to connect. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I had fun making this. And if anyone has an entry-level software developer or software engineer position for me, I'm open to looking for one. All right, thank you.